Hi, today I'm going to show you sources and tools provided by the National Library of Medicine, or NLM, that you can use to find scientific evidence for decisions in a clinical setting. This presentation includes sources provided by the National Institutes of Health and the National Library of Medicine in particular. It's important to understand that this presentation is not a complete picture of the sources available to you. Journal articles are the most important way that scientists share research findings. The process of peer review allows experts in the same field as the researcher to evaluate the researcher's methods and interpretation of the results. You can find scientific evidence from the journal literature using PubMed. PubMed is the National Library of Medicine's free, authoritative database of more than 38 million citations to journal articles in the fields of biomedicine and health, with a specific focus on collecting original scientific research. PubMed is used by around 2.5 million people each day, including clinicians, researchers, students, and others from a variety of fields who need access to authoritative health science research. You can use PubMed to find a specific research article based on some known information, such as finding the original research that prompted a news story, or to find articles written by a particular author. You can also use PubMed to help familiarize yourself with a new topic, and because of its vast scope, you can also use it to dive deep into a wide variety of topics. Again, PubMed is a database of citations, not a database of full-text articles. However, more than 75% of PubMed citations include links to help you access the full text. For articles published in the last 10 years, more than 95% of citations have links to full text. More than half are links to free full text. Some link to the journal publisher, which may require a subscription or a one-time fee. Please remember that our library has interlibrary loan services available to you for free, so you do not need to pay to download articles. Let's start by taking a quick look at the PubMed homepage at pubmed.gov. The most important feature is the search box. However, there are resources and tools that you can find at the bottom of the page. For now, note the Learn section and specifically the FAQ and User Guide link. This link will take you to the PubMed User Guide, which includes detailed help documentation. The Frequently Asked Questions section at the top of the User Guide is especially helpful as it walks you through common PubMed tasks, including some that we won't be covering today. We're talking about evidence-based practice today, so before we launch into searching PubMed, let's step back a moment and talk about your research question. To use evidence-based practice, you need a clear idea of the question you would like to answer. PICO is an acronym to help you formulate a clinical question and guide your search for evidence. Using this framework can help you find the best evidence available in a logical, efficient manner. The P stands for patient or problem. How would you describe the patient? What issue are they experiencing? I is for intervention. What would you like to do to help the patient? C is for comparison. What would be the alternative to the intervention you selected? O is for outcome. By doing this intervention, what do you hope to accomplish? By thinking about each element, you're getting a clearer idea of what your question really is. Here's an example. You notice an increase in teens developing diabetes. You'd like to do some research into whether an exercise program or a health education program is more effective in preventing type 2 diabetes. How would you search these elements of your research question? For the patient and problem, that would be teens developing type 2 diabetes. For intervention, you'd be looking at exercise. For comparison, you would be looking for education. And for outcome, you would be looking at prevention. Now let's construct a PubMed search that uses some of the key terms. Your intervention and your comparison are often are often separate searches, so we'll start with the intervention. In entering your search terms into PubMed, use the concepts you identified to create a search. Don't simply type in your PICO question. You want to be as specific as possible, and you should avoid punctuation. PubMed finds phrases for you. You should not put your phrases in quotes. So thinking back to what we just identified, I entered the terms here: teenagers, diabetes prevention, and exercise. The results screen has a lot of options, and I'll point out just a few for today. Each journal article is represented by a title, the authors, the journal source, and a snippet from the abstract. Click on the title to read the abstract. Note that by default, your results are sorted by best match. You can click the sort option if you'd prefer to switch to most recent. You can also view your results by year. Click on the left and limit by publication date. But be careful doing this, and be sure that limiting by date is truly appropriate for your search. Fatal errors have been made because practitioners didn't look far enough back in the literature for their research question. Let's take a very quick look under the hood at the advanced page just to get a quick glance at what PubMed is doing behind the scenes. On the advanced page, look for the History and Search Details section, and click the chevron in the Details column next to the search you want to look at. From your search details, you can see PubMed's automatic term mapping. PubMed maps your search terms with medical subject headings, often called MESH. MESH is a specialized vocabulary applied to most PubMed records to describe the concepts covered in articles. MESH improves your search by accounting for variations in language. PubMed has added terms from the medical subject headings to this search. When I typed in the term teenagers, PubMed automatically mapped to adolescent. As a searcher, you don't have to know the details of the mapping process. You only need to check that the mapping happened. A simple rule of thumb is that every biomedical-related subject term in your search should map to MESH. If any do not, use a synonym and try again. And as a reminder, don't use quotes in PubMed. We're avoiding punctuation. The use of quotes will prevent mapping to our medical terminology and will often eliminate highly relevant results from your search. This slide shows that using quotes around the phrases patient education and high blood pressure retrieves only 30 results, eliminating more than 400 potentially relevant results from your search. Simply enter the most specific terms possible to describe your topic, and PubMed will do the hard work for you. If you get stuck, bring your research questions to your librarian for help. You may be familiar with this pyramid of scientific evidence. The idea is that different types of studies are better at controlling for researcher bias and for demonstrating cause and effect between the variables being studied. The bottom of the pyramid includes individual case reports and opinions. While interesting and possibly very useful, this isn't scientific research at all. There's no research design or structure involved. As you move up the pyramid, more structure and control in the research design means that we have stronger evidence from the results. For studies of medical treatments, randomized controlled trials are considered the gold standard of research design. Even above that are analyses of many studies. Performing statistical analysis on data from multiple studies is called a meta-analysis. These can provide powerful evidence. In a systematic review, researchers, with the help of a search expert like a librarian, look at the body of evidence and present a report that synthesizes the best evidence available. When available, meta-analyses and systematic reviews often provide the best answers to clinical questions. When research reports are added to PubMed, the type of study is included in the indexing of the paper. That means that you can use the evidence pyramid to help you decide what to look for in PubMed. After you run a search in PubMed, like we did for teenagers' diabetes prevention exercise. You can filter for these using the article type filter that appear on the left of your search results. Note that any article types that don't appear by default can be added using the additional filters button at the bottom of the left column. The article types meta-analysis and systematic review will give you the best evidence for your search question. Do you remember what I called randomized controlled trials? The gold standard research design for studies of treatment information. Sometimes identifying the best research type for your question can be confusing. The evidence hierarchy is useful for finding the best evidence for treatment options, but what if you're looking for information about disease etiology, diagnosis, or prognosis? A great shortcut you can use to find clinical evidence is the PubMed Clinical Queries feature. Clinical queries are linked from the bottom of the PubMed homepage. Using clinical queries, you can adjust your PubMed results based on what kind of question you have. PubMed will automatically add search terms that focus on specific study designs that are good for answering your question. You can select from therapy, clinical prediction guides, diagnosis, etiology, or prognosis. And you can select more results with a broad scope or fewer results with a narrow scope. The abstract page shows a lot more about the article than the summary view on the results page, which we looked at earlier. You will want to look at this. So in addition to finding the basic citation information, including journal, issue, and page number, you will also find links to this full text of the article. So the top upper right, you'll see this example has a link to the publisher and to the full text from NLM's PMC. If our library subscribes to it and has full text, you'll also see an icon for our library there that will take you into the databases that we subscribe to. Below the title, you can see the author information, and below that you can find the PMID or PubMed ID, which is a unique identifier for each PubMed citation. If you have the PMID, you can always find a citation by typing it in the search box. Further down, we have the full abstract text, which summarizes the methods, results, and conclusions. So this is really worth your time to read to get an understanding of what the article is reporting. Each result has a Cite button, which lets you grab a properly formatted citation in the citation format of your choice to copy and paste or to download to your computer to be imported into a citation manager. This is so important as we want to avoid plagiarism and just have accurate citations for our research. You can use the product FAQs and user guide to get assistance with NLM products, or you can always contact your campus librarian for more assistance help searching PubMed. Thanks for being here. Appreciate your time.